Hello my friends, it's Boston Blaisdale here. Hope you're doing very well. We're back today for some more Second Life University, a series of short, bite-sized tutorials helping you to navigate the virtual world of Second Life. Today we're continuing the series to help you build your complete mesh avatar, and I'm going to be showing you how to upgrade your system avatar to a male mesh body by the creator Legacy. There's going to be a separate tutorial for the female mesh body by Legacy, and as we're walking through this, I'll highlight some of the common issues that you may encounter when you're setting up and how you can quickly fix them. So let's get into it. We're going to teleport to the Legacy main store by using the search button on our viewer. This looks like a magnifying glass. Make sure that the places filter has been ticked, and that will include results for different locations in Second Life. And I'm just going to type Legacy Mesh Body. This generates my list of locations. The one that we need is listed here. Then I'm going to click the teleport button and off we go. Here we are at the Legacy main store, and we've got a selection of bodies to choose from. For the men's body, there's two choices, either the regular masculine body or the athletic version. I can show you these side by side so that you can see the difference. They're actually very similar, but the athletic one has a bit more curvature on the muscle areas, particularly on the arms. However, my personal recommendation is to go for the regular masculine body. There's more clothing compatibility with third-party creators. Of course, demos are your friend. Always make sure that you're trying a free demo before committing to a mesh body. You can use all of the functions that you get in the full purchase. And when you're happy with it, just click the buy button, confirm the amount of Lindens, and then you'll receive your new package. Alright, so this is one of our current starter avatars that you get when you first sign up to Second Life. We're going to upgrade this look with the Legacy body, and we're starting by going to our inventory, toggling over to the Worn tab. This is going to show all of the items that our avatar is currently wearing. We want to remove as much of this as possible, so I'm right-clicking the root of the folder and selecting Remove from Current Outfit. We're just left with a few items. They can't be removed. They can only be replaced, which is what we'll be doing soon. We've unpacked our Legacy item, which was in our Objects folder, and here we can see the full contents. Now in this video, I'm going to show you two different ways to set up your body. We're starting with Bakes on Mesh. This tends to be the most popular way that residents create their bodies. It means that we can stack lots of different layers on top of each other, including skins, tattoos, and combining different products from creators to make a unique look. Alright, so let's add the body. You'll see that it has the current version number next to it. Just right click that and then select Add. It's all looking a bit chaotic right now. We're going to be fixing that. We also need to be wearing an Alpha Mask, which will hide the system avatar body and head. There's one included with the Legacy body. It's this one here that's named Default Avatar Eraser. It has a kind of grey t-shirt symbol. However, you'll most likely be combining this body with a separate mesh head. If you're wearing a Lelutka head, for example, don't wear this Default Avatar Eraser mask. Instead, wear the one in the Lelutka folder, and it's named Bomb Head and Body with Applier Eyes. This means that we can set up our body and head combo for Bakes on Mesh. We'll be covering mesh heads in a separate tutorial. Today we're mainly focusing on the Legacy body. Now we're also adding the HUD, which stands for Heads Up Display. This is a user interface which helps us control different aspects of the body. Legacy have named their HUD Edit. There's actually two copies of this. The upscaled one is just a larger user interface on the screen, and it's the one that I prefer. So what we can see at the moment is our system body is colliding with the new Legacy body. So we've got one additional step to activate Bakes on Mesh. Now you can find that in the Style tab of the HUD, which is this second button. And once that loads, just click on the three lines and it will open up this menu here. And then all we need to do is just click Apply Bomb. So I've added my Lelutka head. I haven't done anything with the shape yet, so it's looking a little bit wild. But continuing with the bomb setup, I'm adding a body skin by Not Found. You can buy lots of skins either in World or on the marketplace. You can check out my How to Modify Your Avatar Skin tutorial, which is on the Second Life YouTube channel, if you need a bit of a deeper dive into how to purchase and apply different third-party skins. But just a quick recap of what we've done so far to get the body compatible with Bakes on Mesh. We removed our current outfit. We then added the body from the Legacy folder. We added the Bomb Head and Body Alpha Mask, which is what you'll need to wear if you're combining it with a bomb mesh head. We clicked the Apply Bomb button on the Legacy HUD, and then we added our third-party body skin. I'm also going to add some clothing by going back to the legacy folder and unpacking the premium outfit folder. This is included with the purchase. You basically get a whole free outfit, including pants, shoes, and a sweater. So I'm just adding some underwear here to keep us looking decent. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is reshape our avatar because we're still in this starter shape and it looks very peculiar. So to do that in the Second Life viewer, just right click your avatar and then click shape. This is where we have access to all of the shape sliders, which can be used both for the head and the body. And this just comes down to your personal preference depending on what look you're going for. The legacy body is quite versatile. You can create different shapes from slim through to beefy, or even a bit of a dad bod if you were going for that look. If you prefer something off the shelf, many people prefer to buy shapes on the marketplace, and they've been specifically made for the body and head. The skin that you're wearing for the body and the head will make a huge difference to how the shape looks. And now that I've worked on my body and head shape, I can go ahead with adding different bakes on mesh layers, such as body freckles, skin imperfections, body hair and tattoos. And these have all been purchased by different creators, which are compatible with the legacy body. Again, in my previous skins tutorial, I did cover how to purchase and apply these. Now, if you want to add some body shine to a bakes on mesh skin, you'll need to use the advanced material editor, which is in the main legacy folder. Once you've opened this, click on the empty tile. You need to make this turn white. Then just click on the paint icon over here. That will open it up and select the one which looks like it has sparkles pouring out of it. Once that's been selected, just go to the glossiness slider. And here's where you can adjust the intensity. I found that sometimes the advanced material editor can be a little bit glitchy. Sometimes it inadvertently deactivates bakes on mesh, and I just go back to my style tab in the main HUD. I apply BOM again, and then it seems to work. So that's just a little tip if you do have any issues. Alright, so that's the BOM setup. However, if you do want to use the skins which are included with the body, we can switch all of this over to an Applier body setup. Now, if I was to go ahead and click one of these skins from the HUD, you'll see that it deactivates the bakes on mesh, and our system avatar is now colliding with the body again. To change the configuration, we just need to remove the Boston Alpha Mask that we're wearing, and I'm swapping it to one which says BOM Head Applier Body. And now we're no longer wearing bakes on mesh. So this is good if you don't want to purchase other body skins, because these body skins on the HUD look really good. And then you can use the shine and glossiness buttons on the main HUD to enhance the skin if you do have advanced lighting switched on. I'd say that the main limitation of this setup is that all of my third-party BOM layers, such as body hair, they've all disappeared, and I'd need to use a different set of applier layers which aren't so widely available in terms of new releases. Just make sure that when you're purchasing any products that you're always checking what's on the advert. My personal preference is to use bakes on mesh. I find that there's more flexibility with stacking layers, and also fixing any neck blending issues just works a lot better if it's all bakes on mesh. So I've switched back to my BOM setup using the correct alpha mask with not found body skin and an Aviglam face skin. Let me show you some of my other favourite functions, which you can control via the HUD. If you click the play button on the main tab, which is down here, this will activate a natural cycle of animations for the hands. So I usually keep this on for everyday usage. And then if I'm taking a photo, I'll use one of these static hand poses, which you can isolate for the left and right hand. Next is the ability to alpha out cuts of the body, and you may need to use this if you see parts of the body clipping through the clothing. I did show this process in one of my previous Second Life tutorials, how to dress your avatar, which described how some clothing comes complete with alphas or auto hide alpha scripts. But with the legacy body, you have the option of manually controlling this yourself. Another area that's going to come in handy is modifying the color of the nails. So you just go to the style tab, click the 3 lines, and then choose the nail symbol. Depending on your skin tone, you may wish to add more or less pigmentation. And there's also a selection of bright colored nail varnishes as well. And these will work with any setup of the body, even if you're not using bakes on mesh configuration. But those are the basics for getting your legacy male mesh body set up. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Leave a comment and a like if you did. I'll be back for some more Second Life University tutorials. Until then, take care, be good, and I will see you soon.